That's what that trickster sword does. It's confusion. My gosh. I was going to look at some fight lists. I was wondering who was up there. Evidently the Townies aren't doing too bad at keeping things under control. Where we are on food. Pies, bread. Just not getting anywhere on cooked meat at all. Yeah, none. I don't know why. Why do I have... Well, this looks like the one they were in, except it's got dire wolves. Well, I guess that's a big except. Okay, I think we're under siege again. Yep. And it's a bunch of slimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slimes. I wish there was a way you could go after them. Well, I guess we won. I don't know if anybody even got hurt. Well, there's purple slimes too. I guess that's all of it now. Back in towns, obviously. There's certain prerequisites for getting heroes. I figured out the tavern was one. Having private rooms in the tavern, I think, keeps them there after you get them. Having dug to level -2 seems to be important. And let's see, tavern, private rooms. You have to have at least 10 villagers. Now beyond that, each hero has certain prerequisites. To get dwarven heroes, you have to have a room underground. To get it's some kind of heathen whatever, you have to have a room up in the mountains for them. But you can look on Wiki under heroes, towns, heroes, and it has the prerequisites for all of them. A lot of them are pretty simple. The ones I've been calling Purple Link are actually rogues, and they'll steal random stuff, and it's like, who cares? They're also probably some of the less adventurous as far as actually exploring the dungeon. Different ones are better at it than others. The full-clad knights supposedly prefer to hang around the arena and tavern almost as much as they like to go down in the dungeons. But you can look all that up on your own. It was just, like I said, the tavern, and that explains why some people comment they've never gotten a hero, because it's easy to play a long time in the game with like 5 or 6 townspeople. It's just not an easy game in a lot of ways. And the mechanism for that, I mean, in a building game, you think, well, I'm going to keep queuing up builds and keep my builders busy. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. And it's like, well, I'm going to be mining and digging and chopping trees. And then, no, you need to rest. So anyway, I'm not bitching. I'm just saying it's not easy to figure all the different little things out. This is our level -8 dungeon. And they're still exploring down here. You get 4 heroes, I believe, with 16 townies. So that's why we got the 4th one. And the more townies you have, the more heroes you get. So we have a rogue, a knight, a barbarian, basically. And they start without a weapon. But they are willing to use one. So basically at first they are fighting with their fists. And he's basically an elven bowman. He's kind of a Link character. There's certain jokes in the game, like Sir Punchwood is a guy that does a lot of Minecraft Let's Plays. But Wiki has all the, who this character is. Sips the Camp Maker is a shout out to somebody. But there's a lot of in-jokes in the game. It's well past my bedtime, but what I'm thinking about doing is what I did last time and putting most of my townies in the army and seeing if that kicks up their happiness enough to get some more people. Because it doesn't take, even with them armored, the town's gods are not kind to townies, so, and we're getting 4 heroes only because we have 16, and and I don't know if the soldier takes away from that or not. So, well, I think I've had the soldier when we got the 4th one. So, but anyway, in order to build walls and all that stuff and drag all, we just need more townies. I'm dying because of the lack of townies. I've actually thought about starting over because of it. So let's try, and you may feel that I'm gaming the system by doing this or not, I just feel however you want to. I love that bear. Like I said, if there's a switch I could throw it to get them all to stop and rest for a minute, I would, but there's not, so. Well, let's go downstairs so there'll be something to watch. We can watch watch them play in the dungeon. Damn, dire wolf hell. I think there's 3 different kinds that I saw. Alright, the red one's an alpha dire wolf. Where was I to get him? Okay, dire wolf. That's a dire wolf, and that's an alpha dire wolf. And Gully, I think, is who that is. No, that's Nasty. I was green as Gully. But he's a rogue. I don't think it says it anywhere. And he's done pretty well. It's mentioned that later on they plan to have locked doors and stuff like that down in these dungeons, so that the rogue character will be important to get and retain. So he's a barbarian, he's a knight, he's a, I don't know, elven hero. So I'm just putting off doing this. Now everything's working out well, I just don't have enough bodies. And it occurred to me, I don't know what the purpose of the game is. I don't know how you win. Dig through the bottom and fall away from the world. Boy, he's pushing his luck. That's battle cry. Each one has like special things, special buffs they do, or spells or whatever. I didn't see Fireball listed for the wizard, so that might be relatively new. I don't know. Either that or I might have just missed it. Wonder how happiness is doing. They're not happy. They're doing all the work. I don't know why being soldiers makes them happy. Sure as hell does, though. Yeah, if there is a simpler way, and you know what you're going to do anyway is you're going to make them quit working. I think we got some more. That's 18, so we went up, what, 2? I'll take it. Okay, where are you guys? How long did I miss you? They're all getting a lot more colorful with their armor and stuff. I do like that a lot. Now, think about what you need to do. Auto-equip, auto-equip. Now, will you do it? Of course not. You will go down in the dungeon. I tried to leave all the people that were all the gathering of weapons and armor on, just so that there'd be less of it in the dungeons and less excuse for them to come down here. Alright, did our little friends suit up or not? Well, that's the record on people I ever have, the most. So you can't actually make those. Everything else he has you can make, and the gold statue. Everything else you can make. And the silver scootin' beaten statue. I'd almost like to have that. I know I said I wasn't going to do this if I could avoid it, but you need money for those uber weapons, which I think, you know, anything really high powered in a game, sooner or later you're going to want it. So, you know, life goes on. And we're up to what, 18 people? 17 people. I must have lost one. Well, there we go. It may not be the smartest thing I ever did, but you know, is what it is. Now, who'd I lose? He starved? How the hell did that happen? I know there's food. He must have got cut off somewhere. Oh, he climbed up there and died. Well, I guess there's a lesson learned, isn't there? Starved on the roof. How the hell do you make a scaffolding in a game where you climb it and you die? Ah, well. Might as well see if we can finish this roof too, as long as I'm in mourning. There for a while when I had somebody starve, I made it a point to go through and check all my people from time to time, but it's been so long, and I knew nobody was cut off anywhere underground or anything, or I had good reason to believe that. The only place I was even thinking about was over here, and they got stairs there and stairs there. I never dreamed you could go up on a scaffolding, go up on the wall, and die. Well, kiss the duck. Right on the ducky lips. Where do we want a statue? I think the hospital will probably always be. Some of these buildings are going to have to be relocated. I've got a feeling the carpenter's shop, I don't know. The whole thing should have been laid out differently, but having never played the game, I don't know how you foresee that from the beginning of the game. Now the guy that climbed this one didn't die. Ah, never mind. I'm not sure what'll still be here when all's said and done. Like I said, I don't think we'll move the hospital, and I don't know if the arena should have been bigger or not. Nobody ever goes there. Okay, let's do that. Or anyway, we'll put the pedestal, and that'll give me time to think. Now, if I were a pedestal, what would I be? Well, I was thinking that was a pedestal. I have no idea what a colombage is. I guess I'll go look. Well, I still don't know what a colombage thing is. Wiki has stuff on building, but they don't really, I'm not finding where they explain any of that, and if you actually put that on search, you don't get anything, so, or I didn't. Let's put, I think that, does that say pedestal? Pillar. I would take that to be a stone pillar for a, what you call it? Like the base of a pillar. But what I'm going to do is see if it'll let me put the statue on top of it. Oh,